In the last couple years, no position has seen a change in their usage in offenses as much as tight ends. Most high-power offenses prefer the use of move tight ends to create mismatches in the passing game and use inline tight ends strictly as blockers. There are some tight ends who can fill both roles in an offense. These players are becoming increasingly valuable for teams as opposing defenses don't know what's coming. Is Darnell Washington one of those players? Find out in today's 2-minute drill. The immediate thing that becomes obvious when you watch Darnell Washington is his build. Checking in at an imposing 6'7" and 270 pounds, Washington has the build of an offensive tackle playing at tight end. This has major advantages as a blocker, and to no surprise, Washington is devastating in this area, operating as a 6th offensive lineman on many plays. His arm length, which would be above average for our offensive tackle, let alone a tight end, really helps him in this area. He's able to effectively leverage rushers to protect his QB. This aids him in the run game as well, where his natural athleticism allows him to be the lead blocker, allowing for some creative play design where he functions as a guard on a screen or pulls. He's equally great inline as he is in space as a blocker. His strength allows him to effectively maintain his ground against larger rushers and create holes in the run game. His size does have his drawbacks, as sometimes he moves like an offensive lineman in space, is not always very fluid. With his height, he tends to block too high, and sometimes he bends over to try to meet defenders early. In the passing game, Washington was more of an afterthought in college, but has room to grow in this area. His build gives him an advantage on almost all one-on-one opportunities, and he is someone you need to pay attention to on delayed releases or he'll burn you. He's most effectively used when the defense forgets about him, but suddenly he's downfield with no one around him, using his straight line speed to pick up extra yards. Washington is obviously a very big target for QBs to throw to in the red zone, and can outmuscle a corner for the catch and jump ball situations. Washington has shown the ability to work as a receiver in line and lined up out wide. For a player comparison, Darnell Washington reminds me of Brandon Pettigrew. Pettigrew's main draw of size and athleticism is very similar to Washington. He was big and imposing, while also being a threat in the passing game. For a draft range, Pettigrew was selected in the first round, but even then the pick was widely panned, especially in recent years, with how the tight end position is used and viewed by front offices, and with Washington pretty much just being a blocker at this stage in his development, I would select him in the second round. However, if he keeps developing and improving as a pass catcher, he could be one of the best tight ends in the league. And that's the 2-minute drill.